the single greatest challenge that companies face is getting their arms around what social media strategy is and how it can impact their business.
This amount of excitement today around social media, and everybody's excited to get on Twitter and Facebook. I think the biggest obstacle in terms of implementing really smart social media programs is taking the time to be disciplined with your approach. Figuring out what audience you're talking to, what you're trying to achieve. It's not just a matter of getting on those sites and having a presence, but thinking about it in terms of the strategies and the objectives of the larger program.
In thinking about what the biggest challenges that companies face when they're embarking on social media, I think it's really making sure that they're prepared. I think the biggest challenge is jumping into this space without necessarily being prepared, whether that's understanding the conversations that are taking place, the risks to the company in terms of what are the dialogues and how would you engage, making sure how you're engaging is relevant, and understanding all that in advance of actually embarking on a social media campaign.
So how do we allocate the right amount of resources to effectively do social media? There's an infinite number of things you can do, but how do you prioritize and make sure you have the right expertise, be it personnel or outside support, to effectively engage in the conversations that are relevant to you as a company?
Do you have the right resources to actually keep an ongoing, committed engagement in this channel? Do you have the right skill sets on your team? Have you engaged your lawyers? All of these things are incredibly critical.
Start small. I think start small and be data-driven. Find a small program that you can pilot where you can show that there are some positive pieces. Sometimes the bigger risk is not being part of that conversation and allowing your competitors or allowing other voices in the industry to drive that conversation, which still is going to have an impact on you whether you participate or not.
I think you got to get into it. I think you have to know what your business strategy is. So as a communications team, you need to find out and then say, all right, how can we take this channel, which is really what it is, and apply it to that so that we can drive results. And the only way I think you can really do that is to get immersed in it, to get involved in it, see what is out there, and be aggressive with it, and you have to be bold and realize that the old way of doing things is gone, and if you don't get in the boat now, you're really going to miss it, and it's going to impact your business down the line. People are going to say, how come we weren't in this 5 years ago? You don't want to have that conversation. You want to be in it.